Hello, welcome back to Reads of an Apple. My name is Stacy, and I'm here to start my weekly vlog for I think week 47 of 2022. If you've seen my other vlogs, I have done it again. It is Monday. I usually try to start these on the weekends. For 2022, I have considered the start of the week on Saturday, and then I try to film once on the weekends, and then once every other day through Friday. But it did not happen again. So, but I don't have too much to update on for things. Reading wise, I haven't really read too much. I was thinking about reading and thinking about doing crochet on my gingerbread blanket that I'm doing, and I just wasn't in the mood to do either of those. I did, kind of knowing how I'm at in my mental headspace right now, I did kind of decide to go through what I'm planning on making on Christmas presents, because I'm nowhere near as far as I would like to be. And I changed some of them to easier items that I had planned for future Christmases, or that I just kind of had in the back of my mind as ideas for future Christmases. And I already have to kind of use my failsafe on those, but that is okay. The only problem is when I packed up all my stuff, I only pulled yarn, specifically 2 projects that I had going on. But then I even went through my book, and with changing up what I'm doing, I do have to buy yarn for a couple of the products, because I don't have very much yellow bulky yarn. So I need to figure out a yellow bulky yarn. But I still have time. They should be quicker projects. And then if I really want to do the more elaborate projects, I can start working on them in my free time after I get my Christmas stuff done, and then save them for next year. So we will see what happens. But because I was kind of funky, I decided I wanted to reread instead of reading something new, and I was just kind of, spent way too long looking at books trying to decide what I wanted to read. And eventually I just was like, oh yeah, I started my reread of this series. Let me continue that. And thankfully the library has it. So I picked up The Sweetest Thing. This is the second book in Jill Shalvis's Lucky Harbor series. I read this years ago, and I reread the first book, Simply Irresistible, a couple months ago, and it's been a while since I've read Jill Shalvis, but she is definitely still one of my favorites. She's still an auto-buy author for me most of the time. I wasn't auto-buying her women's fiction series, but she has a new series that's been coming out that she was like, this is more romance. So I haven't read that series yet, but I wanted to reread Lucky Harbor. And I forgot about this one. So this is the second book in the series. This one is Tara's book. So the first 3 books in the series are 3 half-sisters that end up getting their moms run down in Lucky Harbor, and they have to come together and decide if they want to fix it up and sell it, or try to run the inn, or they just kind of have to figure out what they're going to do with it, because this is their inheritance from their mother. So in the first book, we kind of see them all struggling to deal with what they're going to do, and really kind of working on their relationships, because they don't really have strong familiar relationships. Tara, I believe, is the oldest, and she was raised with her father down in Texas. Maddie, who is the heroine in the first book, she was also with her father, but I think she was like up in Seattle or something like that. And then we have Chloe, who is the youngest sister, and she was actually raised with their mom, Phoebe, and so she's very much like their mother, where she is just always wandering to and fro, has all of these things, is very almost hippie-esque in nature and free-flowing. And so this is Tara's book, And oh my gosh, I forgot. Like, I remember bits and pieces when I reread the first book. And I was like, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. This one, I forgot how much of a gut punch this one is. Oh, so this is a second chance romance between Tara and Ford. When she was struggling as a child, she ended up coming and staying with her mother when she was 17 for the summer. And she fell in love with the local bad boy Ford, but bad boy with a heart of gold. And he's very much into sailing. He is a sailor. He has since then. He raced sailing in the Olympics, and he was a professional sailor in like competitive races and stuff like that. But what happened was they got pregnant at 17, and then they ended up giving the baby up for adoption. So now that Tara is back in town and the sisters have decided to stay and try to make it a viable business for them all, Tara and Ford are around each other a lot more often, and Lucky Harbor is kind of by the marina, or the inn that they have is kind of by the marina where his boat is. So they're very close proximity to each other a lot of the time, and it's their romance. And I mean, it's definitely an angsty second chance romance. She is now divorced, and I totally spaced that her ex-husband shows up and tries to win her in this, and it's love triangle-esque, but I wouldn't call it a real love triangle because she does not want to get back together with her ex-husband at all. But she's still, like, they're still amicable and respectful of each other. And then that chemistry between her and Ford just is still explosive after almost another 17 years. They're both in their mid-30s now. And I forgot how much like sexual chemistry was between them, but also how gut-wrenching this is, because they both were really hurt when what happened in the way that they kind of ended up splitting up. And so yeah, this one is a little, I want to say, is one of her more angstier reads, but I don't know. If it makes sense. And on this one, with the second chance romance aspect, I do understand. Like, this one isn't one that bothers me because they were both 17, suddenly found themselves pregnant, and they both really didn't know what they wanted to do. And Ford had said, I will marry you, I'll stop going to school, I'll, we'll make it work. And she was like, we can't do that to both of our potential lives, and that's not really what we need to be doing and the decisions that we need to be making at 17. So yeah, I am 50 something percent into it, 53%. So we'll see how quickly I can get through it. I did check out this book and the third book, which is Chloe's book, and if I remember correctly, it's Chloe and the local like sheriff police officer dude, and she's similar to her mother, where she's just kind of a little free-spirited, but she's also kind of a little bit of a hellion. Hi. And she says hi. Says hi. What are you doing? Oh, really? Can I help you? You're tickling me with her whiskers. You say hi. Okay. I know. You're being a cheese spoof. I don't know what you want from me. You're just gonna sit here? Okay. But yeah, so I am enjoying that one, but I forgot how angsty the second book was, so I was like, oh my gosh. But I think I'm just going to kind of slowly do my reread, but I do want to read at least those two books this month, and then I have to kind of get back to my TBR, but I needed something cozy. And then I was while I was working on things, I needed a new TV show because I got all caught up on Below Deck. The only Below Deck season I haven't watched is the second season of Below Deck Sailing. So I thought about starting that, but I want my cozy, I want my comfort things. So I started rewatching Psych, and if there's a comfort show, Psych is it, because it just has so much heart and so much humor, and I love it. I love Lassie. I love Jules. I love Sean. I love Gus. And I haven't seen the third movie yet, so this will be like perfect for me to catch up on all the seasons, and then the musical, and then all three movies. So I've seen the first two when they came out, but I haven't seen the third one. I don't know what we're doing. You're being itchy poof. Okay. I don't know what she's doing, but that is it for like book stuff and like what I've been watching. I don't know what's happening here. She's just in the middle of things. Can I help you? Well, you're a cheese poof. I know. I see what's happening. She yelled at me. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. She was freaking out because I moved her little kitty thing, and I have it as like a bridge between my bed and my entertainment stand, where her food and water is, on one of the lower shelves. And so instead of jumping up there from the floor, she wanted to go across, but she was like frustrated with me because I put it out of the way. So yeah, I did get today my Enchanted Fandom drinking vessel, so I'm going to open that here for you. I remember that the theme was like book travert or something. And I did open it, but I haven't like opened. I just cut the tape on it. So it looks like hand wash only, do not use in the microwave or dishwasher. So care instructions first thing right on top. And okay, so we got our drinking vessel, and then we should have a recipe card in here. So I will pull that out. So, okay, it's like a water bottle with a straw. And it does say book travert. Super cute. And it says it is, does it say? No, it just says BPA free. It doesn't say how many ounces. But yeah, so it's a nice skinny tumbler. And then we've got the straw attached to the lid. Perfect. This definitely feels like a thinner plastic, so I'd use this more for like room temperature or cold things than like hot drinks, but that is a-okay by me. Super cute book travert. I had one similar to this style from Hello Lovely, I think. And it was a Jane Austen one, and I adored it to pieces. And I put the lid in the dishwasher, not the bottom part, and I usually just put the lids in the top of the dishwasher, and somehow it ended up in the very bottom of the dishwasher and got half melted. So then it wouldn't, or not half melted, but like one little section melted and created like a little drip, so it wouldn't seal properly after that. Because it was like right in the middle. If it had melted like on the outside, it still probably would have sealed, because it was the outside part that got melted. But I ended up just recycling it, and that was sad. But that's fun. Oh, and then it usually comes with a recipe card. So we have Book Travert Nighttime Drink, which has Hypnotic Jägermeister, melon liqueur, coconut rum, pineapple juice, and a cherry. Okay. And then Book Travert Daytime Drink, which is whole milk, lime sherbet, neon green food gel, whipped cream, green and purple pearl sprinkles. Okay, so it's a lime sherbet with milk and the food coloring. Okay, so it's like a milkshake. Except instead of using ice cream, you're using lime sherbet. Huh. Interesting. I've never thought of trying to do a milkshake with a sherbet before. Alright, so I'm going to stick my recipe card in my box so I don't forget about it. Alright, so that is all I really have for today. So let us catch up on the quest calendar. So I'll do my quick little blurb here. If you have not seen any of my previous vlogs, I have been playing 2022, The Gates of Terralon. This is a daily quest calendar with Saturdays and Sundays combined. This was created by Sundial Games. And it is a daily calendar where we are playing this quest. And it is a game based off of like Dungeons and Dragons, Pathfinder, like D20 based tabletop role playing games. So it has been super fun. Quick blurb. We were tasked by the World Watcher to travel world to world to collect pieces from a gate that shattered, and the shards went into all of these different worlds. The gate that shattered was to the demon world. And we have this year so far collected all of the gate shards. So now we are working on putting the gate back together so the universe does not implode. Now that we've collected all the pieces and are not traveling world to world anymore, it's a lot quicker of an explanation because that part is done. And then I have been playing as Savani Moonchaser. She is a feline monk, so she is the monk class, and her race is feline, so she's a cat person. So that is exciting, and that is not actually the level we are. We are actually level 6, so I just have to not flip the page yet. Okay, so I will flip that over and we will get to it. And since this is also the first day, I'll do a quick little rundown. So this is what each day will look like. Any of the script type font will be the story that we read aloud. Anything in a like block type font in this box, this will be the mechanics of how we are playing out the story. If it is combat, there will be a table here that says how many rounds or how many creatures for how many rounds, and then the rolls that we'll need to make during that combat day. But so this was Fridays. We were talking to the King's Wizard on getting help on how to put the gate back together, and so he gave us some good information. So let us see. Okay, so we're going to do Saturdays and Sundays, and then we will do today's, and then all of the information that we need for each daily page will be on the back of the previous page. So Saturday and Sunday, we received the option to hire a bodyguard or a mage. These are followers, and so they will give us bonuses to skills. They cost 20 gold to hire and then 10 to upkeep. And upkeep is when we take a rest. We have to pay all of our followers. I have one follower right now. So the bodyguard would give us a shield. Once per page, reduce total incoming damage by 3. Interesting. And then athlete. Add a +2 to all rolls to overcome physical and athletic hurdles. And then the mage is the same price, 20 to hire, 10 to upkeep. Danger sense, add +2 to all rolls to avoid traps and surprise hazards. An arcane adept, which is add 2 to all rolls to handle and deal with magic. So both of these have one skill that we already have, athlete and danger sense. So, but it would double up. So we would get our +2 and then a +2 from our follower. Our previous follower gives us athlete and animal tamer. So I don't think we need the athlete again. And shield, while it would be nice, we've been pretty good about keeping my attack bonuses, or I've been pretty good about keeping my attack bonuses high. So we haven't taken very much damage combat wise. I got my teeth. I'm using my Snoopy and Woodstock mug. Tonight I'm drinking Adagio's gingerbread tea because I was just feeling in the mood for gingerbread. And basically the way that their gingerbread is like a more full, spicy ginger tea. I'm tempted to do the mage because he'll give us a +2 to Arcane Adept, which is a skill that we do not have. And we have the extra gold. And I was saving gold for some of the upgrades, but a couple of the upgrades, or at least one of them, I know that we've maxed out on. So I think I'm going to hire the mage. So he costs 20 to hire. And then he will be 10 upkeep, and he will give us another +2 to Danger Sense, and then +2 to Arcane Adept. So that is super fun. That's good to have. Okay, so 41. Mages, Arcane, and Danger. Cool. Alrighty, so there is that. So we hired the mage to be our companion, and then all of the follower information that I told you is on the back of the previous day's page. So if you did not remember how followers worked, it is all there. But let's get to today's stuff. Okay, so we are traveling back to the Lost Library. We are in our home realm, and this is where the Terralon Gate is to travel to other worlds. So we have to head back to the Lost Library. You leave Grey Cliff one last time. You aim towards the Terralon Gate in the Lost Library. Good luck on your journey. The fate of all the world rests on you. Okay, so take the eastern route or take the western route. So it looks like the western route will take us kind of down by Dawnfollow, but the eastern route, it looks like, will be more straight to it, and will also be along the sea, which I think will give us good like options for food and fishing and like being okay rations wise. So I'm going to say that we're going to take the eastern route so we can go along the rocky waters. Plus it's a little bit more of a straight shot. So let us see what we've got here. And then I need my dice out. That might be helpful here. Okay. Eastern route. You choose to avoid the main road and stay along the coast. It is the more direct route. Hopefully, it is the faster route. Yes, hopefully. So, we need to make a wisdom roll. Reminder, survivalist, map and compass, and mount. We do have the map and compass, which gives us a +2, and we also have mount, which gives us a +4. So that's a total of +6. Our wisdom is a +4, so we have a total of +10 to our d20 roll, and this is a part of the 7-die dice that came with the game. They're all super tiny. So I will roll, and that is a 15, so we are at 25. Okay, if the result is 21 or more, you find sufficient food and don't need to consume any rations. Perfect. Alrighty, so we have probably mostly made it to the Lost Library. If not, we'll have a little encounter or something before we reach there next day. It's usually one or the other, but cool. So it is 6 o'clock on the dot, and I'm going to wrap up here. My Avalanche pregame show starts any minute now. The Avs play tonight against Dallas in Dallas, so hoping it's a good game. Dallas is currently first in the standings for the Central, so it'll be an early test to kind of see. So it's always fun when it's a division rival. But I will see you all later. Hello, happy Tuesday. Today is my Friday. It was weird. It's a crazy day. Happy Thanksgiving week. And I have the next 5 days off. We took Wednesday off. In the past, we've worked Wednesdays till noon, but we have Wednesday off. But tomorrow morning, I need to go and mail a package in the morning. And I was thinking I might stop by the local Target or something and maybe look at their planners. I was looking at a couple different planners online and I just really would like to get it figured out, but we most likely will go to a Target on Black Friday, so I might wait. And I don't have very much stuff I want to get for Black Friday. I want to get a couple new towels, maybe a couple flannel pillowcases, because I have flannel bed sheets, but I have 4 like normal size pillows on my bed and each set only comes with 2, so I was thinking about maybe getting matching or just solid color flannel pillowcases that I can just kind of cycle through. And I want to get some new towels, a couple new bath towels, so not too much. And then maybe any like stocking stuffer little stuff. Oh yeah. So, but we'll see. I will hopefully try to do little clips. I don't know if I'll get any B-roll clip from Thanksgiving, but if I do, you will see it later in this video. Book-wise, I'm just over 75% through The Sweetest Thing, and I'm definitely enjoying it. I was looking at the series, and apparently there is a 2.5 novella that was in a Christmas anthology that I never read, or at least I didn't have it marked as read on Goodreads. But a lot of the series I read before I created a Goodreads account, so most of it I had just have marked as read, but it doesn't have actual dates or anything like that. So I may or may not have read it, but according to my Goodreads, I have not, which is super fun because it's a good Christmas novella, and it's actually the Christmas novella for Logan, who's Tara's ex-husband, who is a NASCAR driver. So I used to read a lot of NASCAR contemporary back when I was reading Joel Shalvis, so the things that I haven't read in a while, but I'm very intrigued for that. But that leads me, but I'm enjoying my time so far. I feel like this might end up being, I don't know, I don't remember what I originally rated it, but I feel like so far this is probably like a 4 or 4.5, but I don't exactly remember how things wrap up. But we'll see. But this wasn't one that stuck out in my brain too much. As I mentioned before, I didn't really remember too much about it. But why I'm excited about the novella is because Shelby posted, Shelby Taggart Reed, she has a YouTube, but she mostly is active on Instagram. I'll link her down below, but she does quarterly reading challenges, and she posted the templates for Winter's Kiss. So it will run December 1st through February 28th. And she did 2 versions. She did 3 with like a red and green Christmas aesthetic, and then 3 that are the exact same bingo boards, but they aren't Christmassy. So if you don't celebrate Christmas, you can have a more winter vibed one instead of Christmas. I went ahead and just did the Christmas ones because I like the colors a little bit more, but I'm excited for that. So like I said, if you are interested in reading challenges, she has 3 bingo boards. I'm going to say right now, I hope to get through maybe all 3, because the beginning of the year is really when I can mood read, and I have a lot more time for reading because I'm not as focused on doing other things, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm excited for that. I also saw somebody was doing a Taylor Swift readathon for her new world tour called the Eras Readathon. So I'm debating if I want to join in that one, but that one starts December 13th and it runs for 13 days. So I don't really know where I'll be, and I would like to participate in it, but that's right up in the 13 days, kind of basically leading up to Christmas. And that's when I really kind of eschew all reading and like really get down on getting my gifts finished that I'm crocheting. So I want to take part in it, but I feel like I should just say no, but maybe use her prompts and do like my own Era's readathon or something later on. But I did want to show you, and maybe I should wait to show you, but I'm just going to show you because I have it here. I may have mentioned, if not, I got the Adagio Advent Calendar. I got an extra one for Crystal from Crystal's Bookish Life. And when I was looking up to try to, I wanted to adjust what I was making. I think I mentioned it, that I was changing my crochet plans to do backup things. And when I was looking up some of the patterns that I was thinking about for the backup options, I found this pattern and just had to make it for Crystal. So I had to get it tonight so I can mail the package tomorrow. So hopefully she will get this package. Sometimes I know she watches my videos. I don't know if she watches my vlogs, but I found this pattern and it is a pink and white and it is a unicorn. And she, I guess, is so cute. And this looks different in my camera, but this is like a deep pink and not really a red. Let me see if I have... I know like if you put it in front of white or you bounce like light off of the white, we'll see if that works. That looks a little closer to the color, but it's like a deep pink. But it's a bookmark. It's made super flat. It's still a little thicker. I usually prefer thin, super thin bookmarks. And then I did a 6-strand braid for the tail. But I just had so much fun. So this is what I was working on tonight. So I am having a lot of fun, and now I kind of want to make some bookmarks for people. So if you are a reader and you are interested in bookmarks, this one is a little more of a mixture of a bookmark and an amigurumi, but I have a couple other bookmarks that I want to make for a couple people, but those ones I'm hoping to try to keep a little more flat and have more of like an applique at the top instead of like a little amigurumi head. So I can just stick them in with like a Christmas card and then send those off instead of having to do a package. But I will just go ahead and show you what I got today. I did get the print copy of How the Grinch Saved Christmas by Claire Kingsley. Now this is connected to her Bailey's Brothers series, and I love this artwork. She actually changed all of the artwork for the Bailey's Brothers, so it now matches this kind of drawn art style. And I have all of the books already in the original, like, boy covers. But these are so cute, and I kind of want to get the other ones. But do I really need secondary copies for that series? Although I love that series to death. I might just do Unraveling Him, which is my favorite book of the series so far, but I haven't read the last book yet. So I need to read the last book and I need to read this. But these actually take place at the same time chronologically. And she has said that you don't have to read the Bailey's Brothers to read this. But I was going to show you, because when you put the little unicorn in, he's made so that like just her, I guess it's a her, because it's pink, but you know, boys can like pink, but whatever. So she just kind of sticks out, her head sticks out, so that it's just kind of like, oh, there's a little unicorn in there. And I don't know why, but when you open it up and you just see that tail and the like smashed back legs, I don't know, I just think that's super cute. So I am pretty pleased with this. This actually called for a smaller weight yarn, a DK, which is a 3-weight, but I didn't have any 3-weight saved out, but I found these little balls. This is actually a 4-weight yarn, but I used a super small hook for it to kind of help keep it smaller. But I don't know, I thought it turned out super cute. So I love projects like that where you can like start and finish in one night and it goes super quickly. But otherwise, that's all I really have. So let us do the quest calendar. And my hair, I don't know if you noticed, it's like super, I've never gotten it this crimpy before, but I did when I braided it yesterday when my hair was super wet or still wet. I like really, really braided it tight. And this is like the curliest my hair has ever been. But if you tried to use like curlers or like actual crimpers and like curling irons and stuff on my hair, it will not hold for the life of me. But I mean, when I went to prom and we went and got my hair professionally done, she did my hair and then she did my friends, and my hair had almost completely lost its curls before she was done with my friends. And they were like, we're gonna do yours again, but we're gonna do an updo. And so I was like, oh. But yeah, that's the only way I can get it. And it's like super crimpy, which is weird because usually my hair is just slightly wavy, but it's super fun. And it gives it a lot more volume, which is weird for my hair because my hair is very thin. But anyway, it's after 11 and I'm just gabbing away. So yesterday we traveled to the Lost Library and we went the more direct route and traveled along the coastline. So we should be at the Lost Library or almost there. Okay. There we go. Interesting. I wonder what's going on. These people are like ghosts or something. You found the Terralon Gate at the Lost Library and used it to travel again. Okay, we're just moving through that whole thing. You find yourself in darkness upon a black sand beach with calm black waters washing ashore. Light forms in the shape of people are scattered across the beach, meandering around somberly. Talk to the light forms. Roll a d20 plus charisma. Reminder investigator. So we just have a +1 to our charisma. And we don't have investigators, so super fun. So let us... Okay, so it looks like there are 5 different ghost forms we can talk to. Natural 20 on the first one, which doesn't really mean much here, but it's always exciting when you roll a natural 20, so 21. So... This is super helpful. If the result is 11 or more, you hear a soft voice repeating over and over, "Where am I?" Okay, form number 2. We are but spirits lost in the afterlife, for no one gave us fare to pay the ferryman's toll to cross the river. Would you please spare 2 gold? Yes, I will give them 2 gold. Gain 1 virtue point. We can't gain any more. We are at our max. And remove 2 gold from our inventory. Cool. So I will make a note. Alright, form number 3, we do roll. And that is a 16, so 17. If the result is 11 or more, an angry and harsh voice repeats, "I'm not dead," over and over. Okay, form number 4, the spirit angrily repeats, "Spare some fare, spare some fare." Gain 1 virtue, so yes, I will do the same thing. So gain 1 virtue point, remove 2 gold from your inventory. Okay, so then form number 5, we have to roll. That is an 18. Good, we rolled well this page. So that is a total of 19. And if the result is 11 or more, I got too close to the edge and a big dog attacked me. I'm okay with not crossing if it means that angry dog will stay away. Interesting. Is that like Cerberus? Interesting. Okay. Alrighty. And I'm going to leave that there to try to keep this clip short. And I will see you all tomorrow, and I hope you have a great Wednesday. And I want to try to do my prep for my mashed potatoes tomorrow. Well, we will see what happens, but I will let you all know. Hello, happy Wednesday for 24 more minutes. I'm listening to my post Avalanche show on the radio right now, and they lost tonight. It was a really weird game, but that's okay. They just had a really good road trip, so, and it's a holiday game, and it just started out weird, and it just kind of went funky, and there were like 3 different injuries, but 2 of the guys came back. One of them did not, so I'm just like, at this point, there's more Eagles players on the team than Avalanche, it feels like. Or at least people who should be on the normal roster, so that's super crazy. I did get my mashed potatoes all done and got them in the crock pot, so they are going to be on warm overnight, and then tomorrow morning I will take them over to my friend's house where I will be going for Thanksgiving. But yeah, I don't have too much. I did finish last night The Sweetest Thing by Jill Chavez, and I decided I think I'm going to give this 4, maybe 4.5 stars. We'll see how I feel if I ever sit down and write another review. I'm super behind on reviews. But side note, I finally started uploading videos again, so hopefully the next like week, 2 weeks will be a lot of catch-up videos, but then hopefully I will kind of be able to get back on track. And I'm hoping to kind of do so before we really get into the thick of December, because I do have some plans for December because I want to participate in Vlogmas, but we will see what happens. Otherwise, but anyway, back to The Sweetest Thing. This is just a little angstier than I prefer, and Tara does kind of stick it out longer than I normally like, but here I do partially understand that there's a lot of hurt and there's a lot of guilt, and she's going through a lot, so it's understandable. It just isn't as, I'm just not the biggest fan of like angst and second chance romances and stuff, even though here I feel like the second chance makes sense. I also find it kind of weird how much her ex-husband kind of tries to pursue her, and even though she is very adamant, like, no, when I divorced you 2 years ago, and she tells him multiple times that she doesn't want to get back together with him. So that was also slightly annoying. But I finished that last night. I did check out the 3rd book from the library, which is Head Over Heels, and that's Chloe and Sawyer's book, and I remember liking theirs a lot. Alexa, mute. I thought I muted her, but I did not. But yeah, so we'll see if I start that tonight. I have one book club I have at least one have to read book club book by next Monday. So I need to pick that up at some point this weekend, so we will see what happens there. So I don't know how quickly I'll get to Head Over Heels, but I would like to get Head Over Heels done before the end of the month, because it has a fall cover, so I can finally freaking complete the first bingo board of Fall in Love. Although I can also pick up a novella, but I don't think at this point I'm going to finish the second one unless I go on like a novella reading binge this weekend. And even though I'm like, we have days off, when it's a holiday like this, it doesn't, like, yes, I'm not going to work, but you still are like doing a bunch of things. So like tomorrow isn't really a day off kind of a thing. I don't know if that makes sense, but anyway, 4 stars for now. I might bump it up to 4.5, but I'm going to leave it at a 4 stars. Oh, for Summer of Swoon. Whoa, oh my gosh. I just dumped all my notes on the floor. And I just said Summer of Swoon. Can you tell it's late at night? My brain is just not here right now. For Fall in Love, this one is obviously going to the second bingo board. And I'm going to use this one for cover model wearing jeans. So, yep, that is that. And hopefully I will get to Head Over Heels, and then I have my book club book, and then I have my 2 TBR books that I still need to read. So, time is growing thin. But otherwise, let's do the quest calendar. So, yesterday we ended up in this weird, like, purgatory place with some dead souls. So let's see what today brings. Oh, we've got, like, River Styx vibes here. Creepy. Knowing you need to cross, you stop moving along the shoreline and prepare to enter the water. Before you do, you spot a small gondola approaching land. The man rowing speaks to you with a whispery voice. If you wish to cross, the fee for the ferry depends on the weight of your conscience. So A, attempt to cross the water without the ferryman, or B, pay the fee. Okay, so I'm going to do... Let's just pay the fee. Okay, so pay the fee. If your virtue is 10, we are positive 10, pay 1 gold. That is the lowest amount. Look at that. Okay, cool. If you do not have enough gold, go into debt and repay it as you collect more. We have more than enough gold, so we just have to pay 1 gold to cross. So yeah, no, we're crossing. So wow, that was super easy and all that we needed to do for today. So I will see you all tomorrow. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving. I'm going to try to film my clip in the morning before I head out, but we'll see. I'll let you know, but I'll see you later. Hello. I hope you had a happy Thanksgiving. It is actually the following week, and I was super busy with Thanksgiving. I ended up staying there till almost midnight on Thanksgiving, and then I was back there at like 4:30 the next morning to do Black Friday shopping. And then after we did shopping, I stayed and played games with my friends and their daughter for a little bit, and then we watched Raya on Disney, and that was really good. I hadn't seen it before and I enjoyed that, and so I was there till like 5:30, and then I didn't really do much the rest of the weekend because I was just all peopled out and done with things. So I won't tell you what day it is. It is just the middle of the work week, and it is the following week, so I have things to catch up on. I did try to make some notes. Okay, so I didn't buy too much Black Friday. I did at least get 1 or 2 things a couple of places. I did manage to find some nice new bath towels from Kohl's, and I found a pair of Grogu pajamas, I think at Walmart, and so I got those. And I got the new Lego Star Wars game because I totally spaced to pre-order the deluxe version, and they had a limited number of pre-orders, which is odd. So I was kind of holding out, waiting for that to, like, someone to have a deluxe version pop up on sale or bring them back in stock, but they did not have that, and so that was on sale, so I finally got that. I love the Lego video games. I have, at least for the main consoles, every single one. I don't have some of the, like, Nintendo ones that aren't like the movies or the TV show Lego versions, but I'm excited to do the Skywalker Saga one. And I also got Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I still haven't played the Origin one, which was in Egypt, or the other one before Valhalla. I think the Greek one, but I enjoy Assassin's Creed. And it was on sale for like $10 or something super crazy. So at some point I'll probably get around to playing them. Book-wise, I just bought one book. At Target, they had all of their books, movies and music, buy two get one free. So the only book that I was interested that they had in stock at my local Target was Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. This has been on my KU TBR for a long time, and I have been wanting to read it. Smart Women Read Romance did a podcast about this, and that made me, I saw it going around, but the couple books that I've read by Lucy Score in the past, I wasn't super fond of. I think I give them both just like 3 stars. But this one, I heard a lot of good things, and from the podcast episode, it sounded really good. But this was on sale for like 30%. It's like the normal Target sale. It was like 30% off of list price. Plus I have a red card, so I had 5% off of that. Plus it was a part of the deal. And then, but I only got one book because I wasn't really interested in any of the other books they had in stock. They had a billion freaking Colleen Hoovers, and I'm not interested in Colleen Hoover. But I did manage to finally get my Target copy of Midnights. So I have listened to the Target bonus track versions. Hits Different is one of my favorite songs in that album. I love Hits Different. I definitely prefer the piano version of Sweet Nothing over the normal version, but I feel like that's because it's definitely a lot more stripped back, and there isn't as much obvious production added to it. I also really enjoyed the strings version of You're on Your Own, Kid. So I am very excited. I kept waiting for it to get added to like streaming services, but I was there. It was buy two get one free, so I ended up getting this. And then the third thing I got, I got the new Lord of the Rings tarot deck, which I was kind of debating on getting if I wanted it or not. I liked the artwork, but I remember when I first saw that it was released, I looked at it, but when I checked my tarot list of decks I'm interested in, it wasn't on my list. But it's considered, tarot decks are considered book things at Target, so I ended up getting that because there was nothing else I wanted, and there weren't any movies that I was really interested in getting. So I got that, and then I remembered, and then when I went through it, and I already kind of packed it away in a box, but it has full artwork for the court cards and the major arcana. And then I'll put up an example. All of the other cards are pip cards and like super simple, boring pip cards. So I was a little disappointed at that. So I feel like if I use that deck, I would more use it if I'm doing like a major arcana study or a court card study or something like that. But we'll see. I'll do a deck interview with it at some point, but I'm not too worried about it right now. I know there's a couple other stuff. I got some good stocking stuffers already that I found. And then one of the things I was looking for is Twinings Peppermint Cheer, because if you watch my other vlogs, I went through the rest of mine. We went to World Market, and they had every other Twinings freaking tea in the world except for Peppermint Cheer. So I added some to my save later on Amazon, and I thought, oh, I'll buy some at some point when I really want it. And then a 6-pack, so 6 boxes of peppermint cheer was $1.50 more than 2 single boxes. So and it was on sale because of Black Friday or Cyber Monday, or it was on sale that weekend. So I ended up buying that, but then I did the ship later, so I won't see it for probably like another week, but I'll get $5 of digital credit, which if I wait till books are on sale for like 99 cents, that's like 4 free ebooks. So, but the other thing, and I did manage to find flannel pillowcases only, but I also had to get those from Amazon because every store we went to that had sheet sets only sell flannel pillowcases as a part of the sheet set, and I needed extras, so I had to order those online as well, which is annoying. But I did finally find a planner to use for 2023. So this is the one I ended up going with. It's super simple. I'll link it down below. I ended up getting this from Amazon. I can't tell you how many times. It does not have tabs. And it has what they call printed tabs. So it's printed on the planner, what month it is, which I mean is fine, but I plan to super paper clip it together, but I thought it was like super pretty. It's a little bit of a thicker cardstock, which is nice. It has the same artwork on the title page as well, and this, I think it's just going to fit what I need. It has, like emergency contacts. It has, I'll just do a quick little flip through 2023 and 24, a list of holidays. And then it has, contacts, a double page thing of contacts, but I plan on repurposing this and using it to keep, keep plans for lists or something like that, so I won't be using it for strictly contacts. And I was looking at not doing the Heaving Bosoms Reading Embrace next year, if they even have it again. It seems like something kind of funky is going on with the podcast, but I finally kind of really looked into Romanceopoly, so I think I'm going to take or participate in Romanceopoly in 2023. So I've been looking at all that. So I might put that in here, or I might do its own thing. I haven't quite decided yet. I mean, the board game freak in me wants to take it to somewhere local and have it printed on like a thicker cardboard. So it's actually like a board game that I can play on. But then after 2023, then what do I do with it? So I haven't quite decided what I want to do, but I have some time to figure it out. And then it is both a monthly and a weekly calendar. So it's got a good monthly and it's got lined monthly dates. And then we've got 3 months that you can see, a little notes section, and then whatever extra ones are still lined. So this is like a bonus notes section. And then the weekly breakdowns are like so. I like how small holidays and other notes are. We also still get the 3 events. And then, so the only thing I dislike is this weird checkbox, because I don't usually do checklists in my planner. So I'm not sure. I might just leave it or use them more as a bullet thing instead of a checkbox, but I haven't quite sure, or I'll just ignore them. But so outside of not having the tabs, what I also really enjoyed is that it has Saturdays and Sundays separate. So I am excited about that. And then I should also show you what's really cool is in the 3 months, it shows you, it blocks out what days are shown in this weekly spread. So then, like, if I go to the next week, it'll show that week in January. So that'll be cool. So you can just at a quick glance kind of see where you are at in the month, even though you can see all the dates or whatever. So, I mean, and literally that's all it is. It just goes weekly, 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 monthly, and then the weeks. And then to end it, so we've got December 31st, and then we've just got one lined blank page to use for extra notes. I'll probably use this for notes or ideas that I need to keep in mind for 2024. And that's it. So it's super simple. When I got it, it was on sale for like $5 or $6, and it came super quickly. I mean, it's Amazon, so I try to only look at stuff with Prime anyway. And I do like the little bit of a gold, and I think this flower artwork is super pretty. And then it's just the artwork on the back, and it is a double ringed, which I really like. And then it has inside the back page, it's enclosed inside. So if I'm sticking this in a bag or to go and something gets snagged, it'll be harder to start pulling it apart like my other one. But I'm very excited to start using this, and I want to kind of start getting some of my notes transferred that I have on my other planner into this one, and we'll see. But I'm excited to kind of reset things here and figure out how exactly I want to do my layouts. So I mean, we'll see. And I might look at getting some planner stickers to kind of help spruce things up a little bit, but I'm excited about those. Like I said, I'll link the planner down below. But otherwise, let's just get into the quest calendar. I did not read anything over Thanksgiving or on Black Friday, so we have some catching up to do. So Wednesday, when I last updated you, we came across this Grim Reaper type dude in like a River Styx type thing, and we kind of seemed to be in like another world purgatory type situation. And more reminding myself because I know it's not as long for you. Okay, so it looks like we are entering into the boat. Hi. The ferry drifts slowly across the water. You peer over the edge of the boat and look down at the water. You see corpses of the soulless floating around below the surface. You lock eyes with one of the corpses. This seems to agitate them as a torrent of hands begin to reach up. So number 1, dodge the hands, which is dexterity, reminder, danger sense. And number 2, avoid falling out of the boat, which is dexterity, reminder, athlete. So 2d20 rolls. Oh my goodness, you are full of it. What is the matter? Is it hard to be a cheese booth? Do you want to say hi to people? I say hi. You say happy Thanksgiving. I know. This one got lots of cuddles and was very upset that I was gone most Thursday and Friday, which usually I'm working, but I guess I was gone more than I would work, so, especially Friday because I left so early in the morning. Now you're quiet? You just wanted attention? You say hi? You say it's almost Christmas. I gotta be a good kitty, huh? So Santa can bring you lots of kitty treats. You're just gonna purr? Okay, well, I can't really roll dice while holding her like this. Can I adjust you? Will you allow me to adjust you? She's just purring over here. I don't know if you can hear her. She's usually a loud purr, but okay. Alright, I'm gonna scoot you. There. Okay. Yeah, you're just gonna get cozy, I guess. You're just gonna get cozy? Okay, I know. I needed space so I can look at stuff. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we do have danger sense from our new mage follower, and then we have athlete as well from our warrior. So we will get a +2 from them to our rolls, but we will do number 1 first, which is dodge the hands. So we have a +2 from myself and from our follower each. So that's a +4 plus our dexterity, which is a +6. So we are at a +10 for dodging the hands. And that is is that a 6 or a 9? That is a 9. So we are at 19. Okay, if the result is 15 or more, you quickly sink back to the center of the boat as you kick hands away from the edge. Got cat fuzz in my chapstick now. Okay, so then number 2, avoid falling out of the boat. So same thing, dexterity roll, which is a +6. Then we do have athlete as well as our follower, which adds another 2 each. So +10. And I rolled my dice where I can't see. 17, so 27. If the result is 15 or more, the boat rocks back and forth, but you stay firmly planted within. Eventually, the hands subside and slink back into the water. Cool. So that is it for Thursday. So that's what we should have done on Thanksgiving. So then, once again, we are in the boat. So let's see what would have happened on Friday. Oh, Cerberus. But it looks like we gotta fight Cerberus. Interesting. Okay. You finish crossing the water and disembark on the opposite shore. You walk for a while and encounter a large beast guarding the shoreline. It looks you over and judges you with an intelligent gaze. It knows you do not belong in this realm since you are not dead. It attacks. So we will need to make a wisdom roll before attack and damage, and we will be fighting him for 3 rounds. Okay, so our wisdom roll to start is going to be to avoid becoming frightened, which means we have to roll our attack a second time and take whatever result is the lowest between the two. So let's just get into it. Our attack is a +12. And that is a natural 20, so 32. Or I guess, no, that's our wisdom roll. We rolled wisdom first, so that is a 24. Because our wisdom is a +4. And we needed an 11 or more. So we are fine in our wisdom roll. So we just rolled the 1 attack. And that one is a 10. So we are at +12 once again. So we are at 22 to hit. And we needed an 18 or more. So this guy's a little more powerful. So damage is 3d10 plus 5. All right, so she's curled up around my purse, just staring at me and pouting in her little kitty way. Okay, so that is 4, 2 and 2, and 1 more, and that is a 9. So 18 total damage. All right, so, and we needed 14 or more to stun him. All right, moving on. So round number 2, wisdom roll first, +4. This is a 7. So that is 11, which I think is what we need. Yes. 10 or less, you are frightened. So 11 or more, and we are safe. And we just made it that time. So now we will roll our attack. And that is a, whoa, I cannot see, 13, so 25. And we needed an 18 or more once again. So then damage is 3 and a 6, so that's 9. And an 8, so 17 plus our 5, so 22 damage for round number 2. And this time we needed 18 or more to stun him, so we do meet that threshold. And the final round, round number 3. So So that is a 14 to roll our wisdom, so a total of 18. So we are not frightened. So on to our attack. And that is a 14 again, so 26 to hit. And we needed 18 once again, so damage is... that is 5 so far, and then one more. I don't know where it went. Where'd you go, little die? It is an 8. Okay, so 13, 18 total damage. And for round 3, we needed 16 or more, and we got that, so the Cerberus dies. So, if you stun the Cerberus 2 rounds, collect 2 gold. We did. If you also killed the Cerberus, collect 1 additional gold. Perfect. So we get 3 gold total for fighting the Cerberus. So I'm going to get that on my little sheet here. 1. All right, plus 3. Alrighty. And I think that is all I have for you. When you're watching this, I am actively, if you're watching this on the day I uploaded, I started to get caught up, and then with Thanksgiving, I did not turn my computer on at all again. So I am definitely need to get caught up. I have 3 weekly vlogs, including this one that I'm wrapping up to put up. I still need to do my October wrap up. We're nearing the end of November, so I'll need to do that. I still need to do my December TBR, and so there's a lot going on. So we will see what happens. Plus, I wanted to do Vlogmas this year. I was planning on doing something different, or I was planning on something, and then when I went to get it set up this weekend, I cannot do it the way that I thought I would, and I'll touch base on that later. But anyway, I believe that's all I have for you. So I hope you had a happy Thanksgiving if you celebrated. And if not, I just hope that you have a good rest of your November and are ready for winter. We got snow here this weekend. Or I guess it was early this week. I don't know. We got a couple inches of snow, and it has been super cold. It was 4 degrees outside when I woke up this morning, Fahrenheit. But thank you so much for watching and sticking with me. I know my uploads have been kind of wonky, but I'm hoping I can kind of get things situated soon. And I know I keep saying this, and it's been super stressful, but we will see what happens. Let me know if you had a good Thanksgiving and if you celebrated, or leave me a Thanksgiving or fall related emoji, just because we are almost officially into winter. And I will see you all very soon.